Hey, this is Dell, and I'm doing a recording from the State of the School for Muskegon Catholic Central, talking about the strategic plan for the school and how we're moving ahead with technology and doing our one-to-one program. Year one for the strategic plan for number 9 was to start fundraising, initiate fundraising. Well, yeah, I think we got that check. The next year was to complete the fundraising. And due to the generosity of our donors, we actually jumped ahead. And instead of it being completing the fundraising, which I did give myself a check mark for, it was go. Like, let's do it. Let's get this off the ground. Let's get the computers going. So the summer between the school years, so the summer of 2012, was pretty busy time. People were getting things ready. We have to get these the one-to-one program going, and we had a lot of construction going on. What we ended up doing was upgrading the wireless, so we got that ready for over 200 daily users. We went with the virtual desktop infrastructure, and what that means is we have one like super brain computer that's a server, and people connect into that brain. What that does is it extends the shelf life of the technology. Instead of things being outdated in a couple years, the server gets upgraded, the server gets beefed up, and then everyone gets the benefit of that. So it is cost effective and does give a longer shelf life for technology. The K6 lab was updated using the VDI, and we did implement the one-to-one for 712. And one-to-one means that every student in grades 7 through 12 has access to one computer. Every kid has one device, okay? In order to do that, we had to update the AUP, which is known as the Acceptable Use Policy. That's just like the do's and don'ts, what not to do, how to be naughty with technology, what you should be doing. And we also had to create the first ever MCC netbook policy, which again reiterates what you should and should not do with your technology, foreseeing what would be done when teenagers have something expensive in their hands. What I did is I took the MCC netbook policy and I made a Wordle of it. And what a Wordle does is it gives a graphic representation of text. So it pulls the most commonly used words and makes them bigger. So obviously you can tell which words were used the most in the policy. Currently, what's going on for netbooks is students are using them for testing on Moodle or online quizzes. They're taking notes. I've seen creative collaboration where kids are working on things together or separately, meaning this kid over here works a little bit, this kid over here logs in Google Docs, does a little bit. So I've seen a lot of cool creative stuff, and they're really working on their problem solving skills. You want to be able to do this. Oh, this is the best way to do it. I think teachers are appreciating the accountability and increased time producing rather than repeating. And this is something when I talk to teachers, they love that, Joey's got to pass this in, and Joey's not going to casually leave that late paper by the door in the bin and say, I passed it in on time. Things are time stamped. If you're submitting online, Joey's got to get it in right in time, okay, before the deadline. And they find themselves that they're producing more, producing videos, producing tutorials, worksheets, help, rather than repeating themselves over and over again. So if they were in the past, giving the same directions, catching up the kids that were absent, repeating it for the kids that weren't paying attention, now they're doing less of that and they're actually producing and getting more time to go ahead. Advisory is a huge use of the one-to-one technology. It's used for career cruising, which is a program that takes care of their scheduling and their EDPs and their grade tracking. However, we did notice with the wireless system and the VDI, in the original plan, no one said that everybody was going to try to log on to the same website at exactly the same time. So we've had some bottleneck issues that we are resolving, and hopefully by next year that will not be an issue anymore. Looking ahead, I personally want to take the campaign over of paper and toner use. We are using lots of toner in the year in printing, and kids are printing papers, printing assignments, printing pictures. There's no need for that. They can submit online. Their teacher can print it if they want to get a hard copy. So kids shouldn't have to be printing all the time, and we're going to try to look at that and see if we can reduce that. I'd like to also pursue more electronic custom textbooks. As our textbooks are up for rotation, maybe go towards more custom textbooks, electronic ones that you can make, and some of these are free, so that we can use the netbooks that way and not have to carry netbook plus large textbooks. Of course, I'm always looking for an even better one-to-one program, tweaking on what we have, making it better, making a lot of users happy, and trying to find the best way for our program to excel. And we are thinking about setting the groundwork for BYOD, which is bring your own device. Thinking about that in the future, perhaps when the netbooks expire or when they start getting a little bit older, we can try to figure out something to do with students bringing their own devices into school, and then maybe getting it all on the same platform. But that's in the future. And we also looked at elementary one-to-one program, getting kindergarten to 6th grade on board with some type of tablet or netbook. And people at the beginning always thought about, oh, iPads for kids, oh, netbooks for big kids. Well, now with technology, as with everything, you blink and it changes. There are now tablets that act like netbooks, and they are touchscreen netbooks. So we'll just wait, when we're ready to rock. I'm sure the technology will be different by then. Maybe it'll be a microchip that they can insert in their brain. But I appreciate you watching my recording. If you have any questions, you guys know how to get a hold of me. Just email me dvollink@muskegoncatholic.org. Thank you.